The period of discovery and inquiry began in the early 15th century and was an age where the European countries were trying to find new places to discover other resources and land to become wealthier and more powerful. Civilization and other means of living were becoming explored. Also, locating new trade partners and trade routes was a method of obtaining different goods. Tobacco was an important and main form of trade and income. Trading with others and finding new routes of trade helped to become more knowledgeable about the land. This advancement of knowledge geographically helped the explorers learn to know their way around. Humans are dependent on agriculture to stay alive. Hunter-gatherers obtain plants and animals from the wild. They hunt and domesticate animals to supply food. The growing of food by means of irrigation and crop rotation concludes in a surplus of crops. Corn was a commonly harvested crop, and grains were known to keep the longest. The advances in technology, as they slowly improved, provided other options and ways to meet the needs of humans. Horses were used as a form of transportation. New forms of transportation and harvesting of crops became available. It helped to make these daily tasks faster and easier. In this beginning era, there is this constant learning of the atmosphere, methods of living, and continuously beginning to understand the world and its natural inhabitants. This era ended around the early 17th century. Galileo Galilei played an important part in the scientific revolution. He discovered many enhancements to the telescope and has been called the father of modern observational astronomy. The telescope made observations in the sky much easier. The lens on the telescope magnified the images to create a bigger picture through the glass in order to depict the figure. His improved telescope was sold to merchants who could use them while at sea or trade them for their own profit. Trading was a very beneficial way of spreading items around the world. An observation made by Galileo was that the planet Venus demonstrated similar stages to the ones of the moon. This similarity was noted and showed that no planet's orbit can intersect with the sun's. This observation discovered by Galileo was highly influential. The Hellenistic Greek period started in 323 BCE. During this period, it was influenced by the Greek culture and followed the conquest of Alexander the Great. It dealt with Sumerians who learned to develop technologically how to control the means of survival, such as food and water. They were able to find other ways than the hunter-gatherer method in attaining food. Working together and being socially organized helped in their advancements with technology. Ancient Greece is independent with different city-states. After the Peloponnesian War, the Spartans took over Greece. Although it was not the most powerful, they became very weak after the Battle of Mantinea. This period ended in 330 BCE, right after Mark Antony and Cleopatra VII killed themselves.